right now. That is the good news. Let's have a look at the Geico starting grid for the Sprint Showdown. Chase Elliott, Austin Dillon. Second All-Star appearance for Chase, was 5th in this race last year. Austin top 10 in both his Showdown starts. Rookie Ryan Blaney, first All-Star weekend for him, and A.J. Allmendinger, who won this in 2008. Trevor Bayne finished 7th in the Showdown last year. Ricky Stenhouse was runner-up in 2013 and transferred to the All-Star race. Kyle Larson, 6th in 2014, and Paul Menard, last year's runner-up. Danica Patrick, top 10 in all 3 Showdowns, and Greg Biffle, runner-up in 2010. Those are your top 10 of 25 starters in the Showdown.
What do you say we dial up our pole sitter, Chase Elliott? Hey, Chase Elliott, Jeff up the FS1 booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, you got a great starting position for this Showdown, and know how bad you want to make it into that All-Star race. But, boy, we've got a new tire, less downforce. We've got weepers out there. I mean, what in the world is your mindset to get started in this first segment?
I'm excited. Looking forward to it. It's a lot of unknowns, but it's the same for everybody, so we'll see how it turns out.
What, do you have any strategy? I mean, we know in the All-Star race you just got to go all out, but in this one, can you do the same, or is there a little strategy that you guys are thinking about?
Oh, I think, our first goal would be to try to get in, in this first segment. If we can do that, that'd be the ideal situation. If not, I think Alan's got some good ideas for pit strategy, and like I said, hopefully we don't need to get that far.
All right, well, thanks for talking to us. Boy, we're all excited up here, and I know you are as well. Have a great one.
Thanks, man.
First 20-lap segment of 3 segments in the Sprint Throwdown or Showdown. Let's find out which. Into the restart zone. Green flag waves. Exit of 4 is where there was some dampness.
Watch Larson on the inside, make it 3 wide. He is so exciting to watch, especially on those short runs, on these restarts. He'll go to the outside, the inside, amazing.
Well, we are in Kansas, and he had a great car there. Very similar racetrack, mile-and-a-half racetrack. Wouldn't surprise me to see him get in that high line and try to get to the front.
Larson started 7th. He pops out 6th at the end of lap 1. Behind Elliott, Blaney, Dillon, Allmendinger, and Stenhouse.
Like we got those young guys up there at the front, and I tell you, we should see a heck of a battle here between these 2 rookies. You got Austin.
First place is all that matters. Only one driver in this 20-lap segment transfers directly to the All-Star race.
And Mike, can we have 2 better rookies? Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney. These 2 guys have been nip and tuck all season long, right here running 1st and 2nd. And Blaney's car looks maybe a skosh better than that 24.
They've both done a tremendous job, but high marks to the Wood brothers because they've not run a full season since, what, 2007?
Oh, it's been a while, and they're getting their cars better. They're getting their inventory built up. I think that 21 team's going to be really strong second half of the year.
I really see Ryan Blaney driving deep into the corner, carrying a lot of entry speed, but it just doesn't want to stick as he lands into the banking, and that's where Chase Elliott sort of creeps out on him on the exit.
Could a rookie win the All-Star race tonight? Wouldn't be the first time. Rookie All-Star race winners include Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 2000 and Ryan Newman in 2002. The Sprint network is fastest, plus it's more reliable with better coverage than ever.
Mike, I like to watch the stopwatch, and so far the 24 and the 21 are matching lap times, just about identical lap times.
Mike, what I'm anxious about on talking about a rookie possibly winning the All-Star race, did those rookies transfer through the Showdown and get valuable information from this race and take it into the All-Star, or did they already transfer through because they had a win at that point in the season? I just think this is the best test session that any cars have had out here so far this weekend.
that may give these showdown drivers a leg up on the all-star racers, some of whom were bemoaning the lack of practice this morning.
Yeah, we kind of talked.
Really keeping Chase Elliott honest in this one. You know, we're 10 laps into this race, or I'm sorry, 8 laps into this race. We're now starting to see some fall off. We talked about these Goodyear tires being different structure, different compound. They should start to give up. We hadn't seen it up until the last lap or two. Now that's going to change the complexion of this race if it goes green all the way to the end of this segment.
Jeff, that gap Blaney cannot close that gap. That about 10, 15 car length gap that the 24 has over him. They are running identical times, really and truly. I watch every lap. They're within a few hundred of each other every lap.
Yeah, it looks like Ryan's a little bit better in 3 and 4. He gets to the bottom of the white line, is able to hook that white line. I don't know if Chase is a little bit tight down there in 3 and 4, but then down here in 1 and 2, it looks like Chase's car's getting off a turn to a little bit better.
That time by it was a 29.32 on the 24 and a 29.27 on the 21. Just been that way back and forth.
Even though there
it is right there. That's
right
where
there.
That is where Ryan Blaney gains going into turn 3, a half a car length or so each lap.
Yeah, he seems to be driving into 3 really, really hard, a little harder than Chase is. That time by again
up front. Now that 21's been working that outside. We saw, just like Larson, look, same type of situation. Chase is going to have to move up as well and block that move.
These guys race like 2 veterans, you know, like they've done this for years.
They are veterans. Think how long they've been racing. They aren't just young rookies at racing. They've got a lot of seat time.
Oh, wow.
Man, he was looking.
Now that's just great thinking as a driver right there. He knew the 24 was going to go up, block that outside. He said, okay, I'll take the inside.
Austin Dillon closing in. He's now just 1.3 seconds back.
Whoa, we saw the 21.
Ooh, he got a little loose
right there.
Yeah. I think that little charge that 21 put on there on Chase, I think it woke Chase up. He said, I better get away from this guy. He's pretty serious about this.
5 laps to go, Larry.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of decisions to be made on
Runs straight away.
Out now.
Michael McDowell comes sliding off turn 4 through the grass of the quad oval and finally ends up back on the pavement right near the start-finish line. Just a big single car slide for McDowell, who was in 15th start.
Well, I gotta say, DW, I'm a little bit concerned about this 24 car taking that inside lane. We saw the outside really starting to come in for the 21. He gave the 21 the outside. Now it's crucial that he doesn't spin a tire. He gets a nice push from that 3 to get clear of the 21 before they get there.
So this won't be a green-white checker. This will just be a restart with 1 lap to the end of segment 1. There's some Ryan Blaney team audio.
That was okay. Just need to get by him. It's hard to pass anybody. You're going to get your shot right here. I know you're going to do it. Yeah, it's important.
The restart zone is marked out, and it's in the dogleg, the first of the 2 doglegs that make out the quad oval. And the restart lines are marked all the way across the track. There they are. There's the restart zone as seen from pit road, but there's a double line at one end and a single line, and anywhere in that area the pole car can restart. If they don't restart by the end of that area, the flagman starts the race.
I'll tell you one thing, that 24 better get some going, because he doesn't want Austin Dillon getting it 3 wide going through the dog leg down here. That could be a big problem.
Pit road is closed, and here they come, heading for the restart box. Begins there.
Nice even start. 21 take off maybe a slight second before the 24. He's gonna, I think he's going to clear.
3 wide, the restart under review.
Oh, look at this, look at this.
Here goes
3 wide up the middle of the 6.
What a move, Trevor Bain.
But it isn't over.
No. And Blaney jumped the restart. That is NASCAR's ruling. And it's Trevor Bain with the lead over Chase Elliott.
Wait, look at this, look at this. He's got a hand on him.
Trevor Bain is leaning all over him.
Boy, I hate that for Ryan Blaney, but
20 laps are complete. Whoa, whoa. 20 laps are complete. They're going to waive the caution.
I believe
However, it will be decided, the finishing order is decided at the start-finish line at the end of segment 20.
Yeah,
Let's have a look.
was a great move by the 24 to stay in the left rear of that 6 car.
I think the 6 got him.
I think the 6 got him. What an amazing move off of turn 2 for Trevor Bayne to go 3 wide up the middle.
Look at that.
I couldn't call it from that.
I did not see that one
I
coming.
didn't either, brother. I knew something was going to happen. I just didn't know what.
4 fresh tires. He pitted from 8th on lap 17 to get 2. Got 2 more at the break. Chase Elliott, Austin Dillon up front have 2 fresh tires. Green flag.
Man, they came all the way through the restart box. Chase did that time.
Oh, look at Larson,
I'll
man.
tell you, Larson's going to be somebody to deal with. He's going to that outside, and he's going to try to take him around the outside.
He's going to get there.
He's going to pin Chase down. It's going to allow Austin Dillon to maybe squeeze out front. And here comes Biffle with his 4 good new tires.
Boy, Chase not in a good position here in the middle, 3 wide.
Dillon. Then Biffle. Then Larson. Then Elliott as they come off turn 4.
I'll tell you what, Biffle's looking really good. So is Brian Patty with that pit strategy call.
Yeah, and here comes Almirola, who also has 4 fresh
He's got
ones.
4 as well.
He's in 4th.
Don't
I
count
think
out
that
Larson on the
I
top.
think Larson's the guy because he'll run that outside. He almost made that work, got in the wall earlier in the 20-lapper, but he'll make it work.
Stenhouse flying.
Just the car's not right.
We saw you talk about wounded. The 43, I think that damage is costing him. Here comes the 24, getting that position.
4th place.
The 24 of Chase Elliott, he ended that segment in the 4th position. They took right sides only on that earlier caution. He was on the splitter early. This past segment, he was on the tight side. They were waiting for the pressures to come up. They did. It was better, but still not where he needs it to be. Jamie?
And I think the 21's sitting there and say, you boys are in trouble.
I just think the 24 is concerned. His car was really not very good there, especially in the shorter part of that segment on 2 tires. And I know he's begging for 4, but I'm pretty sure the crew chief saying, no, we can't do it.
I don't think you can, but I don't
They're
think
all
that's
gonna
a
come.
winning strategy.
All right, tires versus track position. Chase Elliott has the first pit stall. Kyle Larson in front of him. Right sides for both of them and for Allmendinger and Patrick. 2 or 4 for Chase Elliott. 2 for Kyle Larson. Looks like most everybody down pit road's taking on 4. So Kyle Larson gets out first with a 2-tire stop. Paul Menard, 2 tires. Tires versus track position. Boy, this should be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
One driver won't have green flag.
Well, you got a really good start there, DW. You might have lane choice. Yeah, there he goes.
I think he just didn't want that 21 lined up behind him.
Look at Chase Elliott with 4 tires, taking it 3 wide.
Wow. That was aggressive. That was a nice move. Looked like he
He's
did
got
that
more
at Richmond.
momentum coming down the back straightaway.
That's a Richmond move there. Remember that one when Tony Stewart? That was sweet.
Now he's right behind Blaney.
Whoa,
He's going to get him, too. Look
He
at
is
this. This
coming.
thing is not over by
Whoa!
to the
Top to
inside.
bottom to 3rd place.
Slicing and dicing, baby. Restarted 10.
Here you go.
4 tires and an adjustment, and watch out for Chase Elliott.
Wow, what a lap.
Guy's like his dad.
We were
$1
just
million
talking about during the break how he's been a little bit conservative on these restarts, but not that one.
No, he's got that thing going somewhere now. I think he's going to drive it to the front.
That was incredible. Larson, Allmendinger.
Looked like
Chase
one of
Elliott.
those Kyle Busch restarts up against the wall, 3 wide.
Only one rookie has ever won the showdown. Tony Stewart, 1999. Want to see it again?
Hey,
I
watch
do.
this. Hey, watch this.
See him pop out of line here, go to the top of Paul Menard, make it 3 wide, almost 4 wide there.
That was the one right there. Had that hit of steam, and man, that sent him sailing.
I can't believe this elevator move, top to bottom, squeeze it through the needle.
Yep.
Going for 3rd.
That was
Sweet.
fantastic. That's what you call not lifting.
That's aggressive. Now, A.J. Allmendinger has a big mirror in that 47. He could be a tough guy to pass.
He's making it hard right
Yep.
now. He didn't. Chase didn't know which way he was going to go there going into the turn.
Well, you know, he's running out of laps. There's only 6 to go. Here he goes. Big run there. Looks like the 47 got loose. That was crucial right there.
That's it.
The only way he's going to get to the lead is to make that pass right then and there.
Is this what we're going to see tonight in the All-Star race in the final segment, where the top 9, 10, or 11 have to get 4 tires and nobody else gets any?
Just think, he restarted 10th, and here he is. He's fighting for the lead right now and probably going to win this race. So those 4 tires work. Lap time wise right now, he's at 29.29, and the leader's a 40, so he's a 10th good right now.
Yeah, but he's coming to 4 to go.
Gonna have to hurry.
3rd place, Blaney takes it away from Allmendinger.
Where you saw Chase really hook the white line right there. He tried to run the high line as we see a battle here for 3rd. He tried to take the high line down to 1 and 2. I think he needs to go to the bottom and use that bottom lane.
I think he had such good success on that restart around the top that he doesn't want to give that up.
It just isn't quite working for him down in 1 and 2. He's getting a bit of a run. If he can work that white line and hook it here, he might be able to get to him.
Neither one of these two have ever made it to the All-Star race.
Oh,
he's so much better
right
at 3 and 4. Yeah, he's got a good 3 and 4.
He's
like
there
about
now.
even in 1 and 2, but he's there now.
Allmendinger got really loose, and Blaney got him for 3rd. 3 to go.
There he goes. Now he's going to hook this white line. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about.
Got to run.
Right there. That was huge.
Got to run. Here we come.
Now Larson doesn't know what to block.
Yeah, he does. That's what he did to block that 24. That's what he knows. Well, he got a little loose.
Look at this. Big
Yikes.
run. I think he's going to clear him the way he got this quarter panel. He'll probably have him cleared.
Close.
No, he doesn't. Look
Larson
at
tried
He
to
got
pin
him
him
down.
down.
He sucked him around. He sucked him
2
around.
to go.
Larson pinned him down to the bottom of the racetrack, and Chase almost went
And
around.
look who's coming. The 21 of
They got
Blaney's
down on
coming
that
into the
door and just
picture.
pulled him around, man.
This could get big.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the Chase isn't done. He's going to come back.
1 lap to go.
Oh, Blaney says, how about doing that one more time, boys?
He blocks the 21 on the high side.
Oh, this is going to be a run.
He's going to get a big
down the
run
back.
here.
It's
Now,
going to be huge.
Big
question is,
run
can he
for
get
Elliott.
beside him, and can he clear it? Don't go to the inside. Go to the outside. There it is. He's going to get him right here.
I think
he's got
it's
him.
going to be a drag race to the line.
Oh, he's got him.
I think he might have him. He's got the momentum.
Don't wreck.
They touch. They touch. They're sliding. They're banging. Larson got him.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding me?
Got him.
That was amazing. How they did not wreck is unbelievable.
Guys, that was just to get in the All-Star race.
Larry, I don't care. That's $1 million move, brother. $1 million move right there.
I'll tell you what.
How did they both hang on?
Watch this, Mike. Watch.
I got the 24, just had it right there.
He does until he starts
But look
getting
at Larson.
crowded up the hill.
This reminds me of Ricky Craven and Kurt Busch at Darlington.
Kind of
grinding
reminds
off
me of
one
Larry and Kyle Petty here a few years ago. Davey Allison. Wow. What a finish.
Well, now Chase Elliott's going to have to depend on that fan vote.
Well, if you could vote right now, I'd for sure give it to him.
What a run.
Unbelievable.
What a run. Look at him. Got to do a little body work.
So Kyle Larson advances, and the fan vote is in. Chase Elliott is the sprint fan vote winner. Danica Patrick is the fan vote runner-up. These 5 drivers move into tonight's Sprint All-Star race.
Oh, that is great, man. Good stuff. We knew that till we thought you'd be a
Chase Elliott's move with 2 to go.
I know he really wanted to get to the outside, but he had such a good run. Larson went to block, but
Larson's
he said,
not
I've
going
got
to
to
give it
go
up.
to the inside.
Larson is not going to give it up.
I really thought he was going to clear him right there, but Larson did such a great
Watch
job
this.
side drafting him right
Watch
there.
this right here, though. Right on that door, down on that door, and look what it does. It just
Chase
pulls
did an
up back into
amazing
that
job
24
right
right
there.
around.
Just saving it. And Larson did a great job recognizing he's coming up the racetrack, gives him room. That was just too young.
I see you. Hold it tight. Hang on to it. Coming right here.
I love how he just jumped right back in
Yeah,
the gas.
he didn't give up. He kept after it. Coming off turn 4 is what's amazing.
That's 2 young, extremely talented race car drivers.
Wow.
Giving it their best right there. Fun to watch.
And that is
I'd like to hear what those 2 drivers have to say about that. That's going to be fun.
the last lap here.
I was surprised Larson gave him the outside.
Well, they couldn't put him up against the wall if he didn't. Right here, he pushed him up the hill, in the wall, hanging together. And they never lifted.
That is what this race is all about right there.
Watch this right here. Bam, in the wall, broke his momentum, and then he's just got him sideways right here.
That is incredible.
Bam. And they never lifted. I mean, all the way to the line.
Here's Matt.
Last lap.
That 24 car has a little bit of work to do on that body, but
Just a bit.
Jamie?
They'll be working on it. No doubt Chase Elliott has made his way over here. You are the fan vote winner, and Kyle Larson said he knew he had to beat you straight up because you were going to win the fan vote. What's your take on that finish? It sure was exciting for us to watch.
Yeah, well, he did what he thought he had to do to beat us back to the line. Had a really good run off 4 and made some good adjustments throughout the race to get our car better. Really wasn't good about the mid stages and made a lot of gains, but it's good to be in the race. Obviously, wish we could have voted him, but fortunately, have some great fans. I really appreciate 3M and Napa for being on our car this weekend, and like I said, I have some great fans to get us in this race because I couldn't get it done for us.
Well, you guys had a little bit more practice than the other All-Stars for tonight's race. How do you think that'll bode for you tonight in your first All-Star race?
Well, I don't know. I think, the sunshine being out right now is going to be a lot different than what it'll be tonight. This racetrack seems to change a lot when the sun goes down, so I expect it to be a good bit different, but good to get some laps and know what not to do. I messed some things up pretty big there. So.
Well, good speed, and it sure was fun to watch, right, Chris?
It was, Jamie. What a thrill ride today, and this new format has drivers and fans buzzing. Here's who's in: Trevor Bayne, Greg Biffle, Kyle Larson really raced their way in, and the fan vote, you heard Chase Elliott talking about it. The sprint fan vote with Danica Patrick also making it. So those 5 give us a 20-car, 20-driver field for tonight.